Hey, what's happening, viewers? Uh, Bud Nixon here. Um, Video is brought to you truly just in a simple matter without any edits or whatever, right? So, welcome to Bud Nixon channel. Video is gonna cover without any. I like those videos that you roll in. It's like you say, "Hey, this video is gonna be about R50," and all of a sudden these boom, picture, 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 picture to attract your attention. So just imagine R50 pictures like going like boom from this corner. Ugh, almost tripped on the trailer. From this corner, right? Front end, solar panel, under the hood, suspension, blah 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 blah. But no, in all the reality is nobody got really truly in their life enough time to do this unless they're doing this full time. So, with all that set apart, authentic, true video brought to you by Bud Nixon about the R50 Nissan Pathfinder or the Infiniti QX4 that I've built. And this video specifically on many multiple requests of the rear bumper setup. And from what I understand, a lot, I'm exaggerating, it's not a lot, but have few fellas already taken on the task of building this guy. So they've actually built out this rear bumper. So I don't know, do I want to get a tape measure or whatever, but I'm just gonna go simple. So 3/16 2x3 square tube or rectangular tube, whatever, cut at corners, weld it up. This is really up to whatever the fabrication guy that's gonna do it for you. If you're gonna do it yourself, that's great, whatever works, right? So mine's been on for some time. Check out my channel, you will see. I'm just gonna go kind of around, tell you what I've done. So the goal is simple: the double swing out, because you need to have your spare tire and your fuel tank, water tank, whatever else on here. You can do a single swing out or double swing out, does not matter really. It all depends, what size tire you're going to carry, to what size spindle rating you need to mount. All the other accessories you're going to put on. The reason I did with the bottom lights here is because these two lights get covered up fairly well, or I should say a lot, by the accessories that we hang on. So we want to make sure that people behind us can actually see what we're doing, stopping or turning or whatever, right? So my bumper, it started very simple. First what I did is actually I was doing the tow bar so I could hook up my trailer. I started with that. So again, all is built out of the 2x3 3/16 wall rectangular tubing. So you will see how I trimmed this area, and I went flat plate into the openings here. And obviously you could do something here or whatever, but the goal is to be able to remove the bumper, either drop it down or slide it off. So if you start mending the bracketry around the weird angles, you're gonna start losing the ability or capability of removing the bumper if need be. And I'm gonna go over the accessories a little bit here shortly, but I just want to point out how it is mounted. So let's see, we're looking at the passenger side, 1 2 3 4 right here, right? Then we're gonna go to the sides. Now this guy is a 2x2 tube that goes into the unibody over here, and also there's an opening here with the threaded like a weld nut from factory that I end up utilizing, and the same thing happens from the other side. Now these I've trimmed up, covered them up with a sticky rubbery windshield sealant, I believe that was it, which holds things in place. This breather tube you want to keep open because that's your drain tube. Don't seal up anything you're not sure about. Don't just remove things because you don't know what you're doing or what they're going for. This guy, I've adjusted the brackets, moved the hoses, Look around, maybe this gives you ideas. Evap canister can be mounted up in here, you know, tidied up nicely. All these hoses can be moved. You know what, honestly, if you really want to move it around, whatever, you could move this guy, you know, anywhere else, whatever. I mean, this grand opening here, this space here, this for your spare tire, or used to be a spare tire. I removed the whole thing, but honestly, truly, this could be utilized for a water tank, air tank, whatever it is. Now, Davidson rear springs. I'm running on my year 3 of use. I'm running Dodge Ram 1500 airbags, heavy duty, 50 psi rated. They're doing their job. Rear suspension is a excessively taller shocks, and I have a 3-inch bracketry that I redid. You can see the terrible paint job with the rust coming up or whatever. But anyways, so I raised the top mount of the upper mounts for the rear shocks another 3 inches. So again, this guy here gets mounted over there. When you're doing all this, you want to remove your canister down and get that out of your way. So, but it's the same way from the rear driver's, you know, main mount on the unibody's like frame part, whatever, and then onto this here. So what this does is actually it holds this part. So if you're sliding on this, if you're rock sliding on this, which I've yet to do, because man, you're getting just hugest clearance. I mean, I've yet to hit that exhaust on anything that I've done. I mean, mostly you're gonna end up hitting that hitch maybe if you hang it like that. But this thing, you know, gets huge clearance. I'm actually concerned maybe I should throw some mud flaps for when I tow my trailer. So even a Wrangler on 40s does not have this kind of clearance, in my opinion. So rear bumper, when it's swung out, you know, you can control the swing out part as much as you want. That's up to you. So I think I've covered enough of the mounting section. So basically I have 2 parallel bars, 2 across. They're offset maybe about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches inside. This does just fine. I have all my, you know, excessively done on the lights. You know, one too many lights, maybe I just had them and I do wiring, so I was just like, whatever, put them in there, right? Backup camera, I didn't think of it right from the beginning, but in the end I ended up what I was doing it, giving it an angle so actually the camera faces this guy, so when you're backing up you can see all that. And as I was mentioning before, how much swing out these pins here when you weld them on, it really depends on what you want. In the beginning, honestly, I did this left swing out, the driver's side swing out. I did quite a bit. It was enough basically to drop the jerry can down here to be able to fill fuel without actually, you know, handling the jerry can when it's full, if that makes sense. So depending on what kind of jerry can you're running, but a regular NATO jerry can will go in here with a hose that will drop into your fuel can, or I mean fuel tank. And then next to it, I usually have a water can, or you run 2 jerry cans, whatever that is. So the left side has the platform, and this is how I've done mine. You can do yours whichever way. I also have 5-pounder. I think this is a gallon basically size of propane tank on the side, and I have my own design bought fab. It's all oiled up, greased up, because these suckers, they have the valve that controls the flow for oil for chain bar oil that leaks out, whatever. So if you drain the bar oil before you mount it for good, that might prevent that. But anyways, I just leave it this way. Anyway, so that's the accessory I have here. Here I just have basically a flexible bucket. No, it never falls out. Doesn't matter what speeds are. Then you have the treasure bag in the back with all the whatever junk on there. And I'm running my V-Boost cell booster. Excellent. Never really pay for anything monthly, you know, just one-time payment, you know, cry once, pay once kind of deal. It does everything. So wire it all up. So now that you open the rear section, you have everything accessible to do whatever you want to do. I think I'm done. Woo! That was a quick one. So 10 minutes of rambling about the rear bumper. Let's see, what else did I not cover? Maybe somebody is wondering what's this about. So this is the Anderson plug that I use to recharge, if I need to, my house battery on the trailer. So that's there. 7-pin plug here. Look at that, it's getting oxidized here. For the 4-pin, need to double check that stuff. Rear lights, all this stuff. A lot of inquiries, do I make this? I have not figured a way of mass producing this, and this so far has not been something. Man, we, the R50 owners, are poor, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. We're not like those Lexus or Range Rover guys, right? We're just trying to save. So if I was to make this bumper, it would probably be more than the cost of the vehicle. So if you truly want one, get ready to pay up. As I'm not making it, and whoever gonna make it for you, they're gonna probably charge your arm and a leg. So with that said, hey, thanks for checking out. If you have any comments on this video, feel free to comment below. Subscribe, follow for more videos coming up from Bud Nixon. And hey, until next one, take care. See you later.